for today's hearing, August 11, 2026, the Senate President Sherwin Gatchalian opened the session at exactly 10 a.m. on August 11, 2026 with 18 senators present, constituting a quorum for the 14th day of the impeachment trial. The presiding officer started the day inquiring about why the parties were not able to meet and agree on a date to compare the documents to be testified on by COA State Auditor Sailin Del Campo, as he instructed at the end of last week's hearing to be either Thursday or Friday last week. The counsels both gave their responses and explanations to the query of the presiding officer. Since the impeachment court has no copies of the marked exhibits of the respondent, he ordered that the respondent's counsel provide or furnish the clerk of court with a complete photocopy of all their marked documentary evidence within the day or tomorrow, August 12, 2026. Before adjourning, the Senator Judge Miguel Zubiri requested that the court take into consideration the transfer of the trial, to which the presiding officer ruled that it will be taken up after the caucus in the plenary session of the Senate as a legislative body. For the testimony of House Prosecution Panel's fourth witness, Sailin May Del Campo, the counsel for House Prosecution Panel's attorney Lorna Kapunan conducted the continuation of the direct examination of COA ICFAO Auditor Sailin Del Campo. The cross-examination by the respondent's counsel of attorney Christine R. Ferrer shall be started tomorrow, August 12, 2026, for lack of material time today. Following rulings by the presiding officer Escudero on various evidentiary motions and objections of parties, the trial was adjourned. Pursuant to the rules of procedure on impeachment trials, the impeachment court will resume session on Wednesday, August 12, 2026 at 10 a.m. The agenda is the continuation of the presentation of the House Prosecution Panel's case-in-chief for Article 1 through the cross-examination by the respondent's counsel of the witness Sailin Del Campo of the Commission on Audit or COA. Any questions?
Attorney, one page po. Yung regarding lang sa concern ng PROSEC, yung stipulations, yung confidence sana to compare documents, di ba hindi naman natuloy, magbibigay na lang ng copy ng pre-mark evidence sa impeachment court. Pero how would this affect po kaya yung flow ng proceeding? Mas matagal po ba since impeachment court na lang ang kanya-kanyang magko-compare? Hindi na po ba pwedeng isa-isahin ng prosecution yung presentation nitong documents?
Well, kanina narinig natin yung respondent's counsel that they are already amenable to the summary or the tabulation that's going to be presented to summarize the thousands of documents that was being referred to by the House Prosecution Panel. So, ibig sabihin po nun, base doon sa Rules of Court, Rule 130, Section 7, nakalagay po doon na yung summary na yun ay papayagan maging representative evidence of the documentary evidence, so long as merong access yung both parties and even the court doon sa mga dokumento na yon kung kinakailangan nilang ito i-refer in the future. So ganun na lang po yung nangyari at sinabi ng Respondents' Counsel na hindi na kailangan ng pagkakaroon ng stipulation or pre-marking dahil that is unnecessary given the strategy of the House Prosecution Panel na magkaroon na lang nga ng summary at tabulation. So dahil doon, kaya kanina si Counsel for Prosecutor Attorney Lorna Kapunan was insisting na ang ibig sabihin ng summary na yon hindi na ko-questionin yung mga dokumentong nire-refer dun sa summary na yon, which are the acknowledgement receipts, hindi na ko-questionin ng Respondents' Counsel, to which Respondent Counsel did not agree to, kasi sabi niya nga subject naman yon sa aming cross-examination, and kapag may offer of evidence na subject to them questioning the authenticity of all or some of those documents na nakalagay doon sa summary or tabulation.
And attorney, yung sa mga nakalista pa po na witnesses for this week, kumusta po kaya yung time and motion? Kaya po bang hindi sumobra doon sa trial dates for this specific article of impeachment?
Mukhang ngayon medyo delayed tayo because of the yung nawalan ng pasok kahapon, so na-minusan tayo na isang araw, at pagkatapos noon, 3 pa yung nakasalang na testigo, yung 2 special disbursing officer at saka si Ms. Marivic Pareha, at hindi pa tapos yung testimonya for cross-examination, redirect if ever, at saka recross ng ating kasalukuyang testigo na si Cylene Del Campo, plus hindi pa kasama dyan yung interjection ng mga judges. Nakita niyo naman based sa time and motion natin the past few weeks, usually yung mga senator judges will take one session or isang 2-hour session para matapos nila yung kanilang mga tanong. And the cross-examination based on previous witnesses and time and motion studies na nakita natin na usually inaabot to ng 2 session, no? Morning and then afternoon session. So if we compute the number of, if we consider the cross-examination to be taking that much time, then baka hindi tayo umabot bukas na matapos para kay Miss Cylene Del Campo, and we might bleed into Miss Cylene Del Campo still testifying until Monday next week.
Attorney, yung pagdating po dun sa offer naman ng admissibility ng evidence, gaano katagal naman po kayong pwede nitong madagdag doon sa trial calendar?
Yung sa offer na to, no, yung naririnig nyo kanina, no, subject to the offer, the authenticity is not being admitted, or the presiding officer is not making a ruling on the admissibility or authenticity of the documents. Nangyayari po yan kapag natapos na yung presentasyon ng isang panig ng kanilang case in chief. Pag natapos po yun, lahat ng dokumentong na ipresenta during the trial, ilalagay po nila yan, i-collate nila yan, at meron pong purpose na itatabulate nila yan kung bakit nila binibigay yung ebidensya na yon, dokumento na yon sa korte. At yun po, iisa-isahin ng korte yon. The presiding officer will have to sift through it, isa-isa. Of course, bibigyan ng oras yung kabilang panig, the respondent, na makapagkomento doon, sabihin yung kanilang mga objection on admissibility and authenticity, and the presiding officer will have to rule on them. So that might take siguro mga 1 linggo, o baka makancel yung 1 linggo na hearing na 3 trial dates, kasi bago makapag-umpisang presenta yung kabilang panig, which is the respondent, kailangan munang mag-resolve ang ating presiding officer on the admissibility of the evidence presented by the House Prosecution Panel, para alam nung kabilang panig, which is the respondent, na magpapresenta kung ano doon yung kanilang mga sasalagin na mga ebidensya. Kasi yun lamang na in order na ng presiding officer na ebidensya, yun lamang yung pwedeng maging parang official na mga dokumentong sasalagin naman ng respondent.
Attorney, what can the public make out of either late na attendance ng senator judges or absence nila sa impeachment trial proceedings po?
It's hard to draw any conclusion from the actions of the senator judges. Of course, there are matters na personal to them that only they can relate to the public, the reason why they are late or absent. We leave it to them and to their respective staff to relay these matters to the public, no? Now, doon sa ang concern lamang ng publiko dapat sa attendance or tardiness ng ating mga senator judges should only relate to the quorum, na kapag kulang po yung ating mga senator judges, not enough to constitute a quorum, then wala pong trial na mangyayari. So basta po ma-meet po yung minimum threshold for a quorum, enough na po yon para mag-conduct at magpatuloy yung mga proceedings pang araw-araw sa impeachment trial.
Pero attorney, may nakalagay po ba sa rules ng Senate as an impeachment court na pwedeng wala mo na ngayon, di mo na magpapakita o attend yung senator judge, and then pagka sa araw na lang ng botohan, doon na lang po magpapakita?
Walang nakalagay na spesifiko yung ganyan, no? Pero kung makikita ninyo naman, yung ating mga senator judges are very engaged, and I'm sure they are as political personalities themselves. They constantly monitor the goings on and saka yung mga coverage ng media. So they are apprised and aware naman sila, and they can always access yung live telecast ng Senado, pati mga dokumento mula sa Clerk of Court, and also have their staff keep them up to speed kapag sila ay nawala ng 1 araw, 2 araw, or even a week. so that they will be able, at the end of the day, be able to decide on the ultimate question na kung guilty ba o hindi sa kahuli-hulihan.